Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to take a look at some Blu Ray pickups that I just acquired. Got some out of print ones and some rare ones, so I was quite pleased with what I found out in the wild today. First one is a double feature. It's the Cassandra Crossing and the Domino Principle. These are two movies from 1975, I believe, and I think they're done by ITC Studios. They're Richard Harris is in one with Sophia Loren. Gene Hackman is in the other one. I haven't actually seen these two. I've heard they're actually pretty cheesy, but I like cheesy movies. So, and you know what? I like Richard Harris, and I thought that I'd give it a try. I don't think it's out of print. I don't think it's rare, but I was surprised to find it in a used Blu-ray store because it's obscure, I think. So, yeah, chalk one up to obscurity and nice find out in the wild. I'm glad I did. Next one, Journey to the Center of the Earth. This is the original 1959, I believe was the year, version, starring James Mason. This is not the remake starring The Rock. This is the original. This is also a Twilight Time limited edition, limited to 3,000 copies. I got this at such a cheap price. I don't think they know what they had. This is going for stupid prices on the collector's market. This one was a no-brainer to pick this up. So glad I found it. If you like sci-fi movies, this is a good one. This one always makes me laugh because they use iguanas as the monsters. They've just kind of blown up the size of the iguanas on the film to make them look like they're big, and that always cracked me up as a kid. And yeah, this one's before my time, but I remember watching it on TV, and I always got a laugh out of it. So great find. I can't believe I found this. This should have been sold probably a long time ago, but there you go. Twilight Time. Next one. This is another rare one. Another Twilight Time 3,000 copy limited edition. Demetrios and the Gladiators. Again, got it cheap. I don't think they know what they had. You look on the collector's market, third-party sellers, it's out of print. This is going for stupid prices. I got it for the cost of just basically a normal Blu-ray. So again, very surprised and very pleased to find this. This is a sequel to The Robe, which was a Richard Burton movie. If any of you have seen that, this is a sequel to it. I like Demetrios and the Gladiators. It's kind of the sword and sandal era of movies. Also, kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, Christian movies of the 50s, kind of like that, like Ten Commandments, things like that. If you like that sort of movie, you probably like this. If you've already seen The Robe but not seen this, I highly recommend it. And again, great find out in the wild. Here's another good find. This is Twilight Zone, the movie. This is not terribly expensive, but it is out of print, so it's a little difficult to find. I think you can get it from third-party sellers. It's a little on the pricey side for a Blu-ray, but nothing that's too outrageous. I'm just grateful I was able to get it for a decent price. So I like this movie. I saw it at the theaters when I was young. Grew up watching the Twilight Zone reruns because I'm not that old, but I always liked the Twilight Zone TV show, and during the 80s they made a movie of the Twilight Zone, and they had several different directors make their own episodes, which they basically combined into a movie, made Twilight Zone the movie. My favorite is John Lithgow's troubles with the gremlin on the plane. This is a remake of the episode that starred William Shatner. I don't remember the title, but I really liked William Shatner's episode, and I love John Lithgow going completely bananas as the only guy who can see this gremlin tearing up the engine of this plane, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm glad I was able to pick this up. Last but not least, this is another Twilight Time video, Blu Ray, excuse me, these are all Blu Rays. This is Charles Bronson in Chatos Land. Saw this as a kid on TV. Good Western. Charles Bronson does not have hardly any dialogue in it. He plays I think he's a half Indian native, American Indian native, I think he plays. And he gets into trouble with some cowboys, and I won't spoil anything about what happens, but basically he leads them into his own territory so they can face him on his land and face him against odds that are in his favor, because he knows the territory and they don't. So, interesting little Western. This is not too expensive. It is out of print, but I checked, and you can get one for fairly reasonable price on the third party collector's market. If you like Westerns, get this while you can before it goes up in price as it becomes out of print longer. So easy pickup. So those are my pickups for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for letting me share them with you. And until next time, I'll see you soon.